The first person to die from bird flu in this country.
A man has died from bird flu. Or was it with bird flu? Hello there, you Awakening Wonders. Thanks for joining me today. If you're watching this anywhere other than Rumble, remember we stream 4 days a week on Rumble. And if you have Rumble Premium, you get an ad-free experience as well as lots of additional content. What should we be scared of now? Bird flu. But I thought that the world was a better place now. We're in some new emergent world where we had free speech and old orders were collapsing and new emergent forces that were going to bring liberty. Bird flu. Be scared of bird flu. Bird flu is back, baby. Let's have a look at what you should be scared of now. Certainly Moderna are pretty pleased about it all because their stocks are surging. Whatever the point of this flu is, the beneficiaries of it are potentially Moderna. Let's have a look at how the legacy media are whooping us into a frenzy and generating terror around this new emergent ornithological sensation.
Down from Louisiana here. The Department of Health there, listen to this. The first person has died from bird flu.
Hooray! Right, vaccines, get in your house.
In this country, in that state. This is somebody who was in the hospital about 3 weeks ago. They had the country's very first severe bird flu infection. The question then comes up, okay, given that this happened, what is the risk for everybody else? The Louisiana Health Department says it's generally a fairly low risk unless you work with birds, poultry, or cows, or have exposure to them, maybe recreationally, you're at a farm a lot, whatever the case may be. Dr. Kavita Patel is joining us now. Okay, talk us through this, right? Because this feels like it was a threshold, if this happened, of an alarm bell sounding, the first person to die from bird flu in this country. Talk us through it.
Yeah, Hallie, 65-year-old with underlying medical conditions. And their hospitalization was first reported over 3 weeks ago. And we know that this was from exposure from backyard animals and some wild animal exposure. So this wasn't a farm or poultry worker. And it signals a shift in the development of this virus in that it's getting more adaptable, but still to emphasize very low risk because we still have no cases of human to human transmission.
Well, why don't we get into the laboratory and start working on that right away? Somebody please call Wuhan.
That's kind of the next thing that scientists are watching for, but no evidence of that in this case.
What about everybody else, right? The general public. If you don't have, let's say, backyard animals, if you're not...
Stop saying backyard animals. It's not banned.
...working closely with poultry in your day-to-day life. Fairly low risk, right? Are there things people should be doing to protect themselves? And what are the chances that this potentially, Dr. Patel, becomes a pandemic down the road? Do we know?
Get a vaccine, get injured, and get over onto Facebook and openly discuss those vaccine injuries. It's a new world, baby.
Yeah, that's what we're all watching for. Kind of whether or not the human-to-human transmission piece is what we're looking for to make it easier to give to others. We do not have any evidence of that case, although this case in Louisiana signals that the virus is, mutating in a way where it could be possible. So
do not touch sick or dead animals. Keep pets away from sick or dead animals. Do not eat sick or dead animals. Oh, also, you might want to consider getting yourself a flu shot.
Nothing about a pandemic today, but that's what we're watching for. And then just to your point, Hallie, the majority of us, myself, yourself included, we're probably never going to be in direct exposure. But I think these backyard animals, you might be visiting somebody. They might have animals that they say, don't worry, they're safe. It's still best to probably just stay away. I would also say to you that this is just another emphasis to say that pasteurizing your milk and cooking your meat products appropriately can kill any of these viruses. Just something to emphasize that pasteurization does work. And then making sure you get your regular flu shot. Doesn't work against the bird flu, but it'll keep you healthy overall so that anything else doesn't affect you.
Yeah, just get a flu shot anyway. Like a lot of the vaccines that have been encouraged recently. But it'll be good for Moderna's stock prices if you were to take it.
Really quickly, Dr. Patel, one of the things that we showed people to, they can do is to get their flu shot, their seasonal flu shot. Does the regular flu shot protect against bird flu?
Not against bird flu.
But should we take it? Yeah, take it anyway.
It does not protect against bird flu, but it does make sure that you don't have other issues. The flu is going around. So if you have the regular flu...
It was actually on the news telling you, should I take some headache tablets? Why don't I have surgery for an ingrowing toenail, even if I don't have an ingrowing toenail? Yeah, you could do that. You could do what you want, actually. You're free now.
And then you get exposed to bird flu. That can add up to some of these chronic conditions that can make things worse. But
so almost comorbidities might be more dangerous. And if you're generally healthy, have a good diet and exercise a lot, that would be a... You've said too much. Get off.
Vaccination all around. not available for the public for bird flu yet. It's targeted really for workers in select areas, not accessible to the public.
We will make it available. This is from The Defender. Mainstream media has widely attributed the Louisiana man's death to bird flu, but experts who spoke with The Defender struck a note of caution. We don't have details on the type of hospital he was in for many weeks, treatment received, and what was the ultimate cause of death, said Dr. Peter McCulloch. This is not the same as saying the patient died of bird flu. Remember that argument? The Louisiana Health Department conspicuously stopped short of making that claim. If the health department reporting the case is not willing to declare bird flu to be the cause of death, it is irresponsible for anyone else to draw this conclusion, internal medicine physician Dr. Clayton J. Baker told The Defender. Baker said such messaging on the part of some media outlets is reminiscent of the fear-mongering that was so prevalent during COVID-19. What? What fear-mongering? I don't remember that. When numerous patients who actually died with COVID were classified as COVID deaths. Yes, I think we do remember that. Epidemiologist Nicholas Hulsher told The Defender that because there are few details about the Louisiana man's death and the underlying conditions he previously experienced, it's entirely possible that this patient died because of his other conditions, with bird flu infections pushing him over the edge. Regardless, we cannot expect the biopharmaceutical complex to use this case we can expect them to do that. Sorry, I actually said we can't expect them to. Of course they're going to use it to push vaccinations. Well, it's an incredible new world with incredible new diseases available for you. With bird flu, this is what I would say. Don't get too frightened. Watch yourself with other people's backyard animals. And here's a note of caution perhaps we should all consider. Or gain of function research continue? Are you content to know that even as we speak across the world, various laboratories that in one way or another you probably fund are experimenting by making viruses more deadly and seeing if there are ways that they could provide the necessary bridge for animal viruses to infect human beings? You're paying for it. And that, I think, is a lot more dangerous than backyard animals. But that's just what I think. Why don't you let me know what you think in the comments and the chat? Remember, we stream 4 days a week on Rumble. And if you get Rumble Premium, you get an ad-free experience as well as additional content from me. In the meantime, if you can, please stay free.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you want to see more uncensored content where free speech can flourish, join our live stream. Click the link right here to watch the next video if you want to, or become a member of a growing movement. Download the Rumble app and you'll be informed every time we make a new piece of content. Stay free.